chance. True. You know what's sad? When they make jokes with each other, but you know one of them's just lost their job. You know what I mean? It's always sad to see them cope like that. Can there be a cardio requirement for heavyweights? Insane. These guys are true. Very true. Thank you for the $5. But you know what? They probably can run quite far. I'm just saying. I say this, and this is why I actually did quite well in South Africa at altitude with a heat wave. Is like, if you've been tired before, you can easily push through it, no matter how much cardio you haven't done. I truly believe that. I think. What do you think about that take, chat? Even if you're not like in shape, like you haven't been running every day, if at some point in your life you have done, you can kind of pick it back up. You know? It might feel way worse, but you can pick it back up and you can hit the same number. I think. You literally know nothing. I don't think I know nothing. Because once you have ever done before pushing yourself to like the limit and like pushing cardio hard, you're more accepting of it. When you go back into it, even if you haven't done it in ages, just being more accepting of this is what it is. I'm tired because I'm at this point and I know I can get to this next bit. It's actually, you can push through it. You don't have to be in shape to do the same requirement, at least first time, you know? I'm a cardio expert. I'm not. I'm just saying. Someone asked about heavyweights having to do a cardio requirement. I answered a question. I got paid to answer it. Sorry. I'm just saying. No, mate, you're clueless. I don't think I am. I don't think I am. Like, put it this way, chat. 2 guys have not ran or done anything for 3 years. But one of the guys 4 years ago used to run every day. He will outrun the guy that hasn't done it in 3 years. He absolutely will. And he will do it twice, 3 times as efficient. 3 times, 4 times as efficient. Even if he's at the same level of shape as the guy, because neither of them have done it. Just of being done it like the actual miles before. You don't actually have to be in shape. Just, you can push through it. But anyway, let's move on. I don't really care anymore. You're just making me over-explain something that was very simple to understand because you're all and don't do anything with your life ever. So I say things that are very easy to understand and you guys blow them off as being unacceptable and not a chance at being possible. It is what it is. Shamil Blob. I just know chat's crazy right now. I say put Volk against Bilal now. I'm good work. Thank you for the $5. Hi, Guru, looking skinny. Dude, I'm yoked to right now, chat. I was hitting the gym. Ever since these I've been hitting the gym hard. And I'm feeling very triangular in my shape. And Dorito shaped, you know? Made annoyed by the Abu Dhabi cards. They're being overstacked because they have Dana by the balls with all the money they're paying the UFC. Yeah, like I'm looking at this Abu Dhabi card, UFC 308, and I'm looking at 307 that doesn't have a main event yet. There's a card in Salt Lake City, you know, guys. I don't know if you're aware of it, but there's literally a card in about fucking 8 weeks in Salt Lake City that doesn't have a main event. The Abu Dhabi card after it is done. UFC 307. So far has Evloev Sterling, Chris Curtis, Kevin Holland. Now has Aldo Batista. So he's getting some fights put on there, but we still don't have a main event. I'm thinking it's going to be Pantoja versus Asakura. Evolved over many, many generations and years to exist as our food and to be perfect as a food delivery system. So any of you guys claiming I'm vegan after saying that animal thing, fuck that, bro. We got to eat animals, bro. It's not even Cope. I noticed Corey wasn't throwing shit early. He's not good at boxing offensively. I have always said Corey Sandhagen's boxing is shit. And let me tell you this right now, again, after watching Figueiredo Vera, Corey should not have made it that close against Vera in the last 3 rounds. He had Vera taken down twice. And after that, although he was winning and he clearly won the fight and it was one of the worst scorecards I've ever seen, he weren't doing all that much to Vera. You know what I mean? He would land a good uppercut now and again, but like, these other guys are really easily picking apart Vera, and Sandhagen never was able to. It was always danger for him. I don't like Sandhagen's boxing at all. Looking extra cavish today, Pork. Thank you. I've missed a lot. I've missed a lot of don't. I'm never going to get through the donos before the end of the stream, so I'm going to have to speed through them. And no more donations. No more donations at all. Noche UFC Riyadh season. Ha 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 ha. You need to set up saltwater tank. No, I don't have to do that. Keep out of my fucking life. I'll live how I want to live. Stop being a fucking nosy bitch. Thank you for the $2. I'll have my aquarium the way I want it, you fucking bitch. Fucking backseat aquarium owner. Thank you for the $2, Mike. Talking about this, guys. Every donation, man. There we go. Thoughts on Mokaev having no choice but to go to ONE FC to get kneed into oblivion by TIE fighters? I'm saying this right now, chat, and I'm going to make a video tomorrow. Re-sign Muhammad Mokaev. Let's go! Re-sign, re-sign, re-sign. Bring him back, dude. One fight contract. One fight only. Show us what you got. You want to keep your job? He's now the biggest flyweight name in the world. This would be one of the most hyped moments ever. He got cut. He begged to come back. They said, okay, one more chance. A super fight of all magnitudes with Mokaev coming back to the UFC. He's against the company. Fuck the company above him. This guy's a danger. He got cut from this motherfucking company, dude. And now he's back to prove him wrong. The heel of the flyweight division that we've been needing. I know you don't agree with me because he's... But I don't care about that. I care about hype, dude. And right now, there ain't a single bit of hype at flyweight but Mokaev. And he ain't in the promotion anymore. Bring him back. And give him the toughest test you possibly can. And then he gets a title shot if he looks good. This is his final chance. Can you imagine the aura as he walks out? Knowing that he's on the chopping block if this ain't good. Come on, dude. We might get a chat. Okay, I know you're disagreeing with me. Let me win you over. We're probably going to cut him again. 2 Mokaev cuts from the UFC because he's boring again when he comes back. And if he comes back and loses, cut him again. We get a chance to cut Mokaev twice. Comes back and wins and it's boring, get out. Comes back and loses, ha ha, laughing stock of the world, get out of here. But if he comes back and looks good, he's the biggest name in UFC flyweight history, bar Demetrius Johnson, and you can't deny that in any way. You can't deny it, dude. I'm seeing the tweets this guy's doing. They're getting millions of views. If Mokaev comes back and finishes a top 5 contender that they give him on a one-fight chance, he's the biggest flyweight name we've ever seen, bar Demetrius Johnson. I say bring him back. I say bring him back. Lol, no. You guys are lame, dude. I want Mokaev in the UFC. Chat, you can't cut the Dagestanis. Then you look like a... We have to beat them. And Mokaev will get beat. Look how he looked against Manel Cap with one toe. Look how he looked against Alex Perez. He'd get whooped by Urseg, by Pantoja. Let him. We can't do this thing of, oh, we had to cut him. Get rid of him. I know he's boring and that's the reason. I'm not saying they cut him because they don't want him to become champ, but he's boring. He's a problem for the UFC, all of this type of shit, you know? So bring him back and let's beat him. Bro, you used to say get them out of the UFC. I didn't realize how big of a deal him being cut would be. It's one of the biggest stories in the UFC. It's Muhammad Mokaev being cut from the UFC might legitimately be one of the biggest stories in flyweight history. Guru, I guarantee. Mokaev versus Aspinall for a UFC contract. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, dude. I'm making a video saying bring Mokaev back. I don't care what you guys say. I might do an interview with Muhammad Mokaev. I don't know. Now we're talking. Now you guys are going to start coming around to it. Imagine. I think that would be good. I think that'd be good. We unite with Mokaev to get him back in the UFC. Fuck what Dana wants, dude. I'm more against Dana than I am Mokaev right now, dude. I want Dana to fucking watch as Mokaev makes his walkout for his next UFC fight, dude. My gasp at the thought of the views that would get. That'd be sick. All right, I'll try and get Mokaev on. We'll see. I'll make a video first and we'll see if he picks it up. But I'm not doing the video just to get him on. I just had that organic idea now. But I do want him back in the UFC. Chat, I think it's hype. Like, no one is talking about any flyweight. Name a flyweight people are talking about, man. It's Mokaev and no one else. No one's talking about any other flyweight. If you want the division to be good, I don't care if he's that boring. Someone knock him out then. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. He's a boring fucking fighter. I hope he gets slept. Let him get slept, man. He would do. You guys are acting like people that know he would be a dominant champion and don't want to admit it. That's why you want him out of the UFC. I know he would lose. I want him back so we can watch him lose. Please. Because if he leaves, they're going to do, there's a beat thing. The biggest what if ever. I hate the what ifs. I don't want to know what if. I want to know what. And that what will be him being slept live on pay-per-view in his return fight and getting cut straight afterwards. I don't like the fact that he was cut after going 7-0. He ain't clapping with you now. He will, because it will show that the right thing is to have Mokaev back in the UFC. Even his sworn enemy, the MMA guru, is preaching what needs to happen. And that would prove to Dana how much he should be back in the UFC. I have actually $3 till tomorrow. JDM chat later, please. I'm not chatting to you about JDM later. Good luck with the $3 till tomorrow. Was Boris actually... Wait, there's more. Mokaev versus Royval either gets KO'd or subs Brandon, yeah. Yeah, but Royval's fighting Taylor now, right? I say do Mokaev versus Amir Albazi, and if it's boring, cut them both. Who's with me? Who's with me? Huh? 2 arrows, 1 IDF rocket. 2 birds, 1 stone. Kind of the same thing, you know? Amir Albazi, Mokaev, have them fight each other. If it's boring, cut them both. You know? I'm joking. Boss, he would bring back Mokaev after all the hype. True. Too bad Dana doesn't have that type of marketing brain. Cutting Mokaev was the best piece of marketing they've ever done to a flyweight ever. Thank you for the $2. Krista 7. Thank you for the membership. Okay, stop trying to get me in trouble, grey shirt, clip farming, you pussy.